Welcome back, you crazy gun nuts. Today we're going to take a look at this suppressor. Yeah, this is not a review on the suppressor. This is a review on the Cerakote job that I did in my backyard. This is a old 100-town arm suppressor. They're just still floating around, and you can actually still find them new and buy one new. I mean, with a stamp, you're looking at like $500 for a suppressor with a booster and piston that's threaded half 28. Only drawback to having this is you have to run fixed barrel spacer, which it doesn't come with, but you can make one out of a piece of copper tubing and just take the spring out, put that in place of it. You got to cut it to the right length. It's, I think, a little under ½ inch, but that worked perfectly in there. Locks it up. No baffle strikes so far with it. But the finish on this was terrible. It was probably the worst finish of anything I've ever touched. Like, you could touch it and just stroking your hand down the tube like this would leave like white in the finish. It was just a bad finish. It was parkerized, I think. Maybe it might have been some kind of weird bluing. It was a hard finish to get off. I had to use a lot of sand to get this off here, and I used just one of those little small hand sandblasters. You might see, I might roll video in of it, and if I but the finish that this has now, try to get it's got a really nice sheen to it. It's flat-ish. I got a few tiny micro scratches up here on the end from tightening that end cap back up with a wrench. It chipped a little bit. Not bad. I mean, it's not even worth talking about. And the booster piston itself, the finish, I had to take some of that finish off to get it to fit back inside of the booster because it was super tight. So I just sanded that finish down a little bit and put it back together. But this is what you can do in your backyard. This is air-cured Cerakote. You don't need to heat it when you're finished. They do recommend heating it before. So I put it in the oven for 200 degrees for 20 minutes and baked whatever impurities are out of it and got it warm. And the Cerakote just stuck right on there. There's a bunch of different Cerakote tutorial videos, and they will walk you through how to set up your gun and your spray pattern and whatnot. From what I saw is you hold your gun like this, your spray gun, not your gun. You don't want to shoot the outside of your suppressor, you want to shoot through it. But if you're using a spray gun, come up like that and then go down like that. And you're supposed to do like 7 complete up and downs and make sure that all 7 of those go all the way around it. Now, I had my spray set up pretty light, so I had to go around it a few times. You'll see in the video, I went back over it. Now, the other suppressors that I've done before, so I've done 4 of these, and the other 4 I did all at the same time, and I put way too much Cerakote on them. I actually ran, but has held up very, very well. The one I did for my AR is a 5.56 suppressor. I got it up to 600 degrees. I threw it on the ground, grabbed it by the stock. It was just dragging it all over the range. It was bouncing off brass and whatnot. And I will grab it real quick and show you what it looks like. It actually turned out pretty good. I mean, this one here turned out pretty good too. Like I said, the finish on it is nice and uniform. You can't really see, you know, the imperfections there, just the changes in the angle of the light. But let me grab the other one. I'll show what I'm talking about. I put a little bit too much on there. Now you can see up here, especially around that end cap, there is a little bit too much around there because I had the suppressor hanging by this end. But you can see that finish held up very, very well. There's one slight scratch in it. It's right there. The camera's actually picking that up. That's from where it bounced off brass at 600 degrees. So I used Glacier Black Cerakote, and this is the 5th one that I've done so far, and it's turned out well. So if I have any other projects that need Cerakote, it's definitely getting the Glacier Black, which is a nice flat-ish finish. Has a little bit of a shine, but it's not so flat that it comes off on your hands. Yeah, the biggest part about doing this is your prep work. I did take quite a while to get all of the old finish off of it. It took, like I said, a lot of sand. And it's supposed to cure for 24 hours. It's supposed to be dry to touch within a few hours. You're supposed to give it a few days after that to cure completely. It's been a few days. I'm pretty sure this is, but it's cured up pretty good. And we're going to shoot this later this week. We have another video coming up. I'm getting a few more guns later this week, and we're going to do a 1,000-round review. We're going to use this suppressor, I believe. And you might want to stick around for that, because it's, like I said, it's going to be a 1,000-round review on a budget gun. I want to see how it runs, all 1,000 rounds suppressed. Yeah, stay tuned for that one. It should be a good one. I just want to make this video short and sweet, just to talk about that, you know, doing Cerakote in your backyard is not that hard. Don't breathe this stuff in. I didn't wear a mask or anything, but I'm stupid, so don't do what I do. But if you got any questions about my cheap generic Cerakote job that actually turned out pretty good, drop in the comments. Like I say, I'm no professional at all. This is only the second actual time that I've Cerakoted anything, and I'm pretty proud of the way it turned out. But as always, thanks for watching, stay safe, and let's take back our Second Amendment.